the pistol. It's Bigsby on the carry, and Bigsby gets met. That's Donovan Mutin meeting him right at the line, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's a big-time stick. Anytime you have a running back coming downhill and all of a sudden he's going the other way, listen to this.
Hello. And it's 4th and short. Lawrence under center. Handoff, and this time it's a 1st down for Bigsby. Oh, yeah. It looks like a 1st down. Are they going to say we need a measurement?
Yeah, I think he got it, but still, that's a great tackle in open field by Brooks. If he doesn't make that tackle, it's a walk-in. That's one-on-one with one of the more elusive guys in the National Football League. This is a good cut, and boom, coming in there, putting his hat on there, and even with that little bit of margin of room, he closed the gap to get there to make that tackle on Tank Bigsby. Nice play by Brooks.
Listen, I think Natron Brooks locked his spot on this team last week when he had 13 tackles, and he's shown up again tonight against the ones at Jacksonville.
Bigsby takes the toss. Nowhere to go. Jaden Price, who made that nice play on 3rd down, gets a tackle here on 1st.
There's one thing you notice here. These guys in the secondary are not afraid to stick their hat in there and make some plays. We've seen A.J. Terrell over the years, a guy who will put his helmet on a guy and make some physical plays. We know about our 2 safeties. Jen just talked to those 2 guys. They are football guys who absolutely love the game. Talking to some guys before the game, they talk about football non-stop. So the standard is the standard in the secondary. You better come up and hit somebody.
On 2nd and 10, Lawrence with a quick pass out to Evan Ingram. Actually, that's Brian Thomas. No, that is Evan Ingram. 11-yard pickup, sets up 1st and goal. Coy, I know you were watching Evan Ingram before the game, commenting on his size.
Yeah, he's built kind of like almost a big defensive back. He does not look like the prototypical tight end we're seeing in the NFL, but incredible athleticism, great strength for a guy his size to be able to hold up in the run game, but he is one heck of a receiving threat for Trevor Lawrence.
1st and goal from the 6. Etienne. He'll spin forward to get a yard.
Nice job, Mikael London holding his own right there, fighting off the block and able to get up and make that play. There's not much really there to get there. You see Brandon Dorless, the rookie they drafted out of Oregon right there, another big team. That's going to be hard to talk about when you think about next Tuesday when they got to come to this cut line. There's going to be so many guys in that defensive line group that you say, man, we hope we can keep him.
Tuesday is cut down day, a timeout taken here by Doug Peterson in Jacksonville.
I tell you, Jacksonville fans might be a bit frustrated right now when you know most of your starters are out there going against that Falcons backup playing really good defense.
Mercedes-Benz Stadium, the 3rd and final preseason game. The opener comes your way September 8th, back here at Mercedes-Benz against Pittsburgh. Travis Etienne in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Play action over the middle, and that pass is broken up, intended for Gabe Davis. And Anthony Johnson was the one to knock it away.
Yeah, nice job. You're talking about Anthony Johnson, 6'2", 205.
We have Ingram at the top of the screen and manned coverage here. Let's see if Trevor goes with one of his favorite targets.
On 3rd and goal, he does, and he's got his 2nd touchdown of the night. Johnson, why do you think that?
Well, we've seen it time and again this game. That's going to be one of the
Game of matchups.
the best.
Nice route. He found it.
Cam Little on for the extra points. And that is good. The first half. We've seen quarterback 1 for Jacksonville. There's quarterback 1 for Atlanta. Kirk Cousins puts Chase McClellan in the backfield here with Taylor Heineke. Heineke going through his progression, throws high. Washington brings it down. Casey Washington with the catch, a first down as he gets 11.
Love it. Fearless right here. Nice job. Matt LaFleur or, Kyle Shanahan. All guys who are offensive-minded geniuses.
A quick release. And Chris Blair with the catch.
And here, you see the change up here. They're going a little no huddle, going a little changing the pace. Wasn't going well the first two drives, huddling up, and changing the pace of it. I like the difference in how they're trying to get something going here in this third drive.
2nd and 3, Heineke. And he's going to be sacked this time. Trayvon Walker, number 44 with the sack for Jacksonville.
I put that more on Heineke. I tell you got to get rid of that football because he had time to throw the football. And you see him climb. Make a guy get after you. Got to find a way to get that football out and not take that sack.
So now it's 3rd and 6. Heineke gets hit as he throws. It's incomplete, and Heineke has to get some dirt out of his face. Trayvon Walker again applying the pressure.
Trayvon Walker.
Bradley Pinion on to punts. Duvernay is back. Fair catch signaled and made at the 10-yard line. A 40-yard punt. Jacksonville as Tank Bigsby is in the backfield on first down. Handoff to Bigsby. Up the middle, and he gets tackled by Donovan Newton as we check in once again with Jen Hale.
Coach, the guy with the biggest smile on this team, no doubt, Bijan Robinson. We haven't gotten to see you in the preseason. We cannot wait to see you week 1. How is year 2 going for you?
Yeah, year 2 is awesome. It's been such a blessing just, having all the new guys here, new coaching staff. I mean, it's been fun just to be a part of, something new. But I think it's going to be a good time, when we, have these next 2 weeks and just gel with each other and have, come with the best plan we can for the Steelers. But I've been enjoying preseason and watching the guys, get better and just, have fun.
Second year in the NFL, second new system you have to learn.
Yeah.
What has that process been like?
Yeah, it's been fairly easy. With Zach Robinson's system, obviously it's a different system, but I think with last year and with all I had to know last year and all I had to learn last year, I've been having a little process to figure it all out and just understand what I got to do, but hasn't been too hard, and I've been enjoying this offense that we've been running this year.
Earlier you called Zach Robinson a mastermind. Explain that to me.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, he's been around football for a long time, and I just think he's just really smart and how he takes care of his business on the field. But I think the thing that, kind of sets him apart, and that will set him apart, obviously this is his first year, but, I think he just listens to his players, and he listens to, if we have an idea or if we have something that we want to run, obviously if it fits for his scheme and his calls, he'll try his hardest to put it in and make it work. But, he has so many great plays that he gives us and so many ideas, and I'm ready to see it.
That always helps, no doubt. So what are you going to look like? What's your role going to be in this new offense?
Yeah, obviously I want to do as much as I can for this offense, for the team. Game 1 is when you figure out everything for everybody on the offense and how we're going to be used, how we're going to be, sought after. But, I'm excited to bring all my game to this new offense. And, obviously we have so much talent on this team. So I'm ready to just, do what I do and be a blessing out there.
You cannot wait for week 1 to get here, I can tell. Speaking of game, you're also an entrepreneur. Tell me a little bit about Bijan's Dijon. It's here in the stadium this year. How is that going?
Yeah, it's going great. Just got it in Mercedes-Benz, so it's now the official mustard of Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And then got it in Texas too, so we're trying to get it everywhere that we can, trying to get it, all around, hopefully one day the country. And obviously you can order it online and anybody can have it online, but we're trying to just make it as big as we can because I think it's a brand that can make everybody happy and bring everybody closer together.
One of my favorite interviews. Thanks, Bijan. Good luck. And guys, when you get that food up in the booth in the second half, make sure you put some mustard on it from Bijan.
Oh, trust me, there will be some Bijan's Dijon or whatever we have to eat.
I'll be honest, I'm not a big mustard guy.
Too bad.
But I would try it. I'd try it for my man.
John Brooks has to go back to receive this punt. A huge punt. Muffs it. Gets it back at the 23. And Brooks up to the 29, 30-yard line. 7:13 to go here in the first half. A 60-yard punt.
Top 10 rushing attack last year. You've got 3 former first-rounders anchoring the offensive line. Between Bijan Robinson and his backup Tyler Algier, you're looking at arguably the best rushing offense in the league this year.
Hey, Cole, let's start with the O-line. Jake Matthews, a guy who's been around going into his 11th year, 161 consecutive games started, most longest one in NFL and longest one for the Falcons. Matthew Bergeron, rookie last year, started all 17 games at guard. Drew Dahlman, the center, started 14 games. Chris Lindstrom, Pro Bowler, All-Pro. And then Caleb McGarry, 14 games started at right tackle. I mean, the continuity is there. You talk about having a unit that can run the football, and then you talk about all those skill position guys on the outside. You put all that together with a veteran guy in Kirk Cousins who's been around the league going into his 13th year. Good things are going to happen. And then Zach Robinson, a young-minded guy who's going to mix it up and get all those pieces together. It's going to be fun to watch this offense. And interesting enough, how can defenses match up with so many different weapons?
3rd and 2. Heineke has to step up. Flag on the play. It's deflected, knocked down, and Heineke is knocked down. Ronald Torborg's been busy.
Holding. Offense, number 79. The penalties decline. The result of the play. It's 4th down.
It was against Julian Davenport. But that will bring on Bradley Pinion to punt.
Like to be pushed back into their pocket like that.
Duvernay is back. Pinion to punt. Duvernay at his 13th. Fair catch. Duvernay makes the catch. And there is no flag. A 44-yard punt by Pinion and the Jaguars. There we go. Let's go. This week, the Falcons had a scrimmage. The ones against the ones, twos against the twos. We'll talk about that in a minute. Tank Bigsby in the backfield. On 1st down, Bigsby gets it. Tries to cut it back. We'll get a couple of yards.
But he's going to add a speed element to this offense that's going to make it fun to watch as well.
Again, it's Bigsby. And Bigsby gets the outside. He'll have the 1st down up to the 41. And Jen, you've had a chance to talk to a lot of people about that scrimmage this week. What did you hear?
Darnell Mooney is somebody they have circled in red, Kutch, that's for sure. He had an awesome rookie campaign and then kind of fell off with the Bears the last 2 years. So personally, he's looking at this as his resurgence opportunity. And the Falcons, they are all for it. This front office, Terry Fontenot, loves his versatility. Also, the way he can get separation, yards after the catch, all things that add some really valuable layers of depth to this offense.
And another part of the scrimmage that Kirk Cousins talked about this week was their ability to move the football and to have real game-like situations. Usually in practice, you're working on certain situations and you make a big play and it's a 30-yard gain and you bring it right back to the spot. He said this week when they went into that scrimmage, they made a big play and they actually moved the football and worked on, okay, what personnel group's coming in? Or if you got sacked, now it's 2nd and 22 and I got to find a way to make some plays. What call are you going to make?
Jones, the tight end, Brenton Strange.
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about why aren't the Falcons playing a former 1st-round playmakers all around him.
Dearness Johnson now in the backfield. He takes his first handoff, gets met right at the line. Brandon Dorless, the rookie out of Oregon, there for the first contact.
Here's the other thing about, not playing certain guys, and I know a lot of conversation about Michael Penix Jr. not playing a lot in the preseason. But one thing that Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson, they all talk about is this is a guy that takes every second-team rep. And before the scrimmage, it was always 2s versus 1s, 1s versus 2s. So he's going against the best there is with all the different looks that come in practice. So he's getting tons of work versus real defenses that can show him something different every time.
On 3rd and 5, Jones can't escape. The sack by Bradley Anae. A loss of 6.
Outstanding coverage on the back end. They were playing cover 1. You had the high hole safety.
This punt. We saw Logan Kick get off a beauty the last time, a 60-yarder. Nearly getting it down.
Particular guys, you see Michael Penix Jr. They're locked into the game, but they're scouts that did an outstanding job of finding the right guys that fit what they want to do, on both sides of the football, as well as guys that they could use on that third phase of special teams.
Dylan Drummond there on the catch as he's wearing number 81. 2-minute warning here in the first half. 14-0 Jacksonville. Jen Hale with you. A chance now for Taylor Heineke to run the 2-minute drill.
And keep in mind the Jaguars have almost all of their starters still in the game.
Empty backfield on 2nd and 5. Across the middle, incomplete for Dylan Drummond.
Broken up there by Andre Cisco. 3rd-round pick back in 2021. And it'd be a good opportunity for them to take this 2-minute offense for a ride against a really good-looking defense here.
Big 3rd down play here, though. You gotta find a way to keep this drive going. For Heineke is which guy you're most comfortable, which guy can win right now, especially if Jaguars maybe playing man, look like maybe a little zone, got a safety dropping down in the box here, but where's your most advantageous win at?
Heineke towards the sideline. It's incomplete, intended for Casey Washington. There was contact. They're going to say it was on time. Tyson Campbell was there.
There's really not much separation. That's one thing we've seen with guys going against Tyson Campbell on that side is not being able to get off of that. Not sure if Heineke was a little late on it or just did not.
It's preseason for everyone.
Flags, they still work for that.
Pinion to punt. Parker Washington has to come up. This one's going to bounce, take a Falcons bounce, and it will go out of bounds at the 30, which is before, but a lot of fantasy league people watching this game very closely this final week of the preseason to see, like, okay,
fantasy, is that a big deal?
Who do I want to take? Who's going to shine? Who can I get as a late round pick?
Is that a big deal?
It's a kind of a big deal. Yeah, I mean, everyone right now is tuned in. Whitman Fantasy Football having their draft tuning in right now. It's a big deal. Coy Wire, he's a fantasy football nut. Handoff on 1st down to Bigsby. Bigsby breaks a couple of tackles, and he's going to get the 1st down. Picks up 10.
This is a fantasy lover's dream on the offensive side of the ball for the Falcons this year, right? I mean, look at all the playmakers across the board. I took Kirk Cousins ahead of Aaron Rodgers because I firmly believe this is going to be one of the most dynamic, exciting offenses in the league. Slew of 1st-round playmakers at the skill positions. You bring in a proven playmaker in Kirk Cousins and match that up with the offensive coordinator, Zach Robinson, and this is going to be a dynamic offense that is creating havoc and nightmares for defensive coordinators across the league.
And not just that, back to what DJ said before. They return their entire offensive line. Think about how rare that is with a veteran like Kirk Cousins.
And look at Kirk Cousins, how excited he is. He's got his helmet on. He can't wait.
And he's coaching Drake London right now. Look, when I throw this football here, you got to go to your highest point to go get it. You can't tell me he's not locked in, ready to go. Kirk is drooling to get some action.
I love it. Thinking back to what Jen Hale reported a couple games ago, that Zach Robinson is typically an offensive coordinator who would like to be down on the field, but he didn't feel he needed to because he had Kirk Cousins on the sideline, who is that coaching presence for those younger playmakers. So it's really going to be fun to watch this offense execute come week 1.
I think Kirk's just excited. He's in his new home and wears jersey.
Pass to Dearness Johnson as we have under 40 seconds to go here in this first half, and Mac Jones is trying to run his 2-minute offense. He's got 2 timeouts remaining.
It's good work for everybody on both sides of the ball. And as a defensive guy, Coy, I know you guys are taught this all the time. Keep everything in front of you, but also protect those sidelines, because that's one thing offensive guys want to do is get to the sideline, get out of there and save our timeouts.
I think Natron Brooks is due for a pick here. He's down here, man-to-man coverage. These defensive backs, you know, kind of love when it's 2 minute. You know that ball is going to come out, and you're just kind of sitting waiting on routes here.
It is a route to Parker Washington. And it's Natron Brooks there with the tackle, keeps him in bounds. You could see he says, look, keep the clock going.
I thought I was playing a little Guitar Hero there. But I think you're right. Yeah, just heads-up play. But holding that clock running.
On the other side, Jacksonville's going to be mad. Like, he had a chance to just go out of bounds and pick up the yards you want. He's trying to make something else happen for another 1 or 2 yards. But like you mentioned, great job of Natron of making sure that he doesn't get out of bounds and force him to use that timeout.
So that was the second timeout. Go back, if you can, both you guys, take me back to your rookie years. The first time you got to put on the jersey and play in front of the home fans. What is that like?
I beat Brady. That's all I know.
Really?
We had playing New England in here. I don't care that Brady played in the first quarter. It didn't matter. In my mind, I beat Tom Brady in that ball game.
He beat Brady. I was crying like a baby. I mean, I had never seen an NFL game in person until I played in one. Dream come true. And a lot of guys out here tonight looking to make theirs come true, too.
On 1st and 10, Mac Jones has the completion to Devin Duvernay. Picks up 15. Duvernay able to scamper out of bounds, as they'll have 1st and 10 from the 21.
Throw it on time, and the guy does a good job of beating this guy up top.
Jones tucks it and runs, now slides, and he'll be marked down at the 14. And that will be another timeout here. Final timeout taken here at the bench. Jones, back shoulder throw, got a man, touchdown. Touchdown catch.
All right, you're talking about a guy that's 6'4", 215, and Elijah Cooks. And you got Natron on the outside at 5'11", 100.
New England made a couple of excellent throws on that drive. Took off and run when he needed to. 2 minute execution from a guy who's a starter and now is going to be Trevor Lawrence's backup.
They're still waiting on confirmation to make sure it was in fact a catch and a touchdown.
It's clear he got 1 foot down, but
Ruling on the previous play, the touchdown is under further review.
with his body, did his body land in bounds? Yeah, you saw it.
Natron Brooks.
And the big part about it was he had Brooks on his top shoulder. So quarterback and receiver seeing the same thing. And, I mean, does a good job of Mac Jones throwing it to that back shoulder away from where Brooks is, who's on the top shoulder. Not much he could do about it.
After further review, the ruling on the field stands. It's a touchdown.
So again, the ruling on the field was a touchdown. They say it stands, which means they don't have conclusive evidence that it was not a catch.
Not confirmed, but stand. Yep.
So Cam Little is on for his third extra point of the first half. He is 3 for 3, and the Jaguars lead 21-0 with 18 seconds to go. So again, we've been seeing the ones and now the backup quarterback and Mac Jones out Jaguars in this first half, leading 21-0. You'd expect that when the ones are going against, I said before, the 2s and 3s. You can make the case it might be 3s and 4s for the Falcons here tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, they fought hard. They've made it hard on the Jags, which is uncomfortable spots, but, you know, they've done what they can against a really good unit.
Cam Little will kick off. It's Treva Vall and Natron Brooks back deep, looking for something spectacular here on this dynamic kickoff. The ball will take it from the goal line. The ball is going to be wrapped up at the 20. We're still waiting for that breakthrough on that dynamic kickoff.
Yeah, the Falcons' philosophy is put a lot of smaller guys out there, defensive back type that can be quicker, even though you think it looks like a big run play out there. And they want guys who just can win at one-on-ones, right? The thing that stood out, although we're seeing the Falcons' backups against the ones of Jacksonville, particularly on the defensive side of the ball, you've had guys stand out. Some of their draft picks, you had Brandon Dorless stand out, Zion Lowe.
Chó được ơi, ngon quá. Chó ngon quá. Ăn cay dài à? Chó được rồi đây. Măng đấy. Nào rửa bí đi nha. Ấy, chết khỏe. Chết khỏe. Út ba. Ba. Đấy, nạo xong rồi nè. Rượt bí, mẹ phải nạo đi. Thằng dữ. Chim.